It's Coach Nick Tuminello. I'm here at the Northeast Seminars HIP course. My man Ron Rossetti.
Yo, brothers. Yo.
Is running the camera today.
What's up, my brothers?
Who am I here with?
Phil Malloy from Chicago.
And Phil, what's your specialty?
I'm a physical therapist who specializes in hip injuries and non-arthritic hip pain.
All right, and Phil and I were talking about squats. And why I wanted to do this video with you guys is to understand something that's kind of controversial topic in the physical training and physical therapy realm. There's a thought process going on right now in assessments and screening and whatnot that every person should be able to do what we would like to call an ass-to-grass squat, right? And we would sometimes assess somebody, and if they can only go so far, we might say, hey, they're dysfunctional. We're not talking about necessarily pain, and there's a lot of trainers that might want to fix that and might want to get you from here to here. But in our conversation, that might not be the best strategy of someone who's specialized in hips. So
yes.
why would you say that we wouldn't necessarily want to have somebody try to make everybody go down to the ground?
You know, we don't have an X-ray machine right here that we could look at his anatomical structure, and there are some anatomical things that can predispose people to injury, and unless we evaluate that appropriately with some special testing and provocative maneuvers as well as some diagnostic imaging, we don't really know. So that's why I wouldn't say that you would need to go all the way down, because if you have a structural issue that predisposes you to injury, it could exacerbate that injury.
Right, and we wouldn't know if we had a structural issue unless we had an X-ray.
Correct.
Okay. Now, that being said, let's give some outcomes here as at least practical applications. So what might you do to help me find a squat position that might best fit my physiological structure? Okay.
So what you're seeing most commonly in the hips right now is something called femoral acetabular impingement, which is, if you could think of trying to fit an egg in a spherical hole. Okay, so there's a little bit of malformation of the head of the femur. There can be some over coverage. So with a squat, it engages that impingement. So what I would do with the patient is assess them. I would have them go into a squat, see if it elicits any symptoms, and then track where. I would do it with 3 different foot positions because rotation will influence that. I would do them with their feet straight in a neutral position. I would have them internally rotate their extremities and externally rotate their extremities. At that time, then yeah, we would kind of move from there.
Okay, so if I'm a trainer and I'm not really working with anybody who's got hip pain, what might you do with me to find the best
Keep your feet
position?
straight. I want you to go into a squat.
Okay.
Do you have any pain?
Zero pain.
Good. Come on back up. I want you to turn your feet in. Point your toes together, point your knees together. Good. Okay. Keep your pelvis level and squat. Good. Come on back up. Point your feet out. Okay. And I want you to squat again. Okay. Now, no pain. So no pain with 3 positions. Okay. You're fine. Go ahead and do your quote-unquote ass-to-grass squats. Okay. In any of the positions. Another thing we could look at is from behind. If you did a squat, I would come behind you as a trainer, and you want to see if the person shifts from one side to the other. Go ahead. Squat. Boom. None. He's very symmetrical here. And we do it 3 foot positions. If you see a shift, they're trying to move away from a specific position, and that may be in relation to a structural abnormality.
Let me ask you this. What if I saw the shift with the feet straight, but I had my client turn their toes out a little bit and I didn't see the shift? Would that be the position that you would
train them in that position because you've just accommodated their anatomy.
Okay. Last question. What if you saw 0 pain here, but pain with the toes out?
I would try to go neutral. But if that was painful with toes out, I would keep you in a more internally rotated position. That would be structurally more indicative of something different at the hip, which would be an undercoverage or an undercoverage situation.
Okay.
It would be different. But
All right.
You wouldn't know that without an X-ray.
So really what the take-home message here, especially from a strength conditioning and personal training perspective, is we're trying to find what best fits the individual versus fitting every individual to what our predisposed determination of what a squat is.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So I appreciate your time, my friend.
My pleasure.
Is there a website or anywhere they can contact you?
Just www.athletico.com.
All right, cool.